Well, hello again and welcome to Rolynn's Reviews. So glad to have you with me. So, um, let me know what your thoughts are. Some of you, we've been talking about this in a few other videos, and I kept telling you, I think last week I mentioned to you that I would definitely cover this topic. There's so much misinformation. OMG. Um, we have to cover this. And thanks for sharing it on True Social, Florida. Okay, here we go. As you fill up the room, do one small favor for me, please. Hit that little thumb. That is the like button. That will tell YouTube that you are definitely enjoying this content. And guess what? It will trigger the YouTube logarithm. And guess what? They'll share it with more people. And we will bring more people into the conversation. That's what it's all about, folks. Informing people so that they know what's really going on, not listening to all these lies. I was watching some videos, um, and they're just all kinds of misconstrued comments and statements. And I'm just like, OMG. Trump is taking, he's getting rid of all the food stamps and Section 8 and Medicare. I'm just like, and Medicaid, it's crazy. So hopefully we can dispel some of the lies, the innuendo, so that you actually know what's happening. And I share information, and then I also I share videos as well as sharing websites that I go to. So uh, tell me what your thoughts are in reference to this topic, this subject matter. I will do the proverbial roll call, and then we'll get right into it. Okay. All right. Several of you are here. If you want me to call your name out during the there we go, roll call, all I need for you to do is to type, say hello, or send an emoji, your choice. Um, that's what it's all about here. All right. So, traveling mom, how are you? Florida is here, the station manager, of course. How are you doing, love? Chris May, how are you doing? Tina is here. Monique, how you doing, love? We haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're back. Jesse, how are you doing? Detroit HP, the left is creating hysteria with misinformation to keep their bait. Right, Detroit. They're all over social media losing their minds. And they won't take time to read anything. They're just listening to this crap. Tina, Democrats still trying to push Project 2025. Tina, Truth Bomb. Detroit, Truth Bomb. How you doing, Jeffrey and Baldwin Birds? So tell me what your thoughts are. As you're entering the chat, please hit the like button for me. Yes, Jeffrey, it is garbage. That's all it is. So let me go through this article, and then I'm going to share. Make sure you hang around. I have to share. Of course, people all over TikTok, Instagram, you name it, complaining. Oh, how am I going to make it? Oh, boo hoo. I cannot. I can't. Okay, let me go over this. I'll start with this article, then we'll get into some of the videos. How you doing, Anita? All right. Thanks for stopping in. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Republican SNAP proposals could take food away from millions of low-income individuals and families. All right. Detroit said they're even mad about the truth on the 14th Amendment. Trump told them, yes, the 14th Amendment was for the descendants of slaves. So but he's such a racist. He told them the truth. They just don't. The left does not want to hear the truth. Doreen, how are you doing, love? All right. So here we go. So let me break this down, because I think there was someone, one of my subscribers were asking, I think, was it you, Traveling Mom? Those of you who have family members who are elderly, who are disabled, this does not affect them. This is for able-bodied people who are just laying around doing nothing. I hope that makes sense. All right. So, prominent Republican lawmakers and conservative think tanks have proposed cuts and other harmful policy changes to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP. Okay, Traveling Mom, yes, I told you I was going to cover it, dear, so here we go. This should calm your nerves. These changes would cut food assistance across the U.S., making it harder for millions of people to buy the groceries they need to eat a healthy diet. Now, let's be clear here, folks. Making it harder for millions of people to buy groceries to eat a healthier diet. Have you ever seen people in the grocery stores buying foods? I mean, shopping carts full of food. They're not buying healthy foods. They're not over buying fruits and vegetables. Let's just be clear. Now, I know this is a hot topic, and moderators, please be on guard. We may have trolls to come in, and as long as they don't name call, they are fine. As long as they are respectful, they are fine. People are allowed to have a difference of opinion, but they are not allowed to come in this chat and disrespect anyone. So, okay, thank you, Florida. Yes. All right, so that's why I wanted to break this down. Okay. SNAP is our nation's most effective and important tool to fight hunger, reaching over 40 million children, parents, older adults, disabled people, workers, and other low-income people each month, or about 1 in 8 people in the U.S., including 1 in 5 children. Research shows SNAP reduces food insecurity and is linked to improved health, education, and economic outcomes, to lower medical costs for participants. It also supports workers in low-paid jobs and has ripple effects in the economy overall in individual communities, as SNAP benefits are redeemed in stores across the U.S. All right. Now, yes, Monique, I heard about that, love. There's so much going on, I can't keep up. Doreen, yes, the 14th Amendment was for the descendants of, right. And Trump told these people that. They don't want to hear what he's saying. Shadow Seeker, how you doing? I'm disabled and rarely eligible. Shadow Seeker, yes. This is what drives me crazy about these programs. You have people who have worked all their lives. Now, I've had coworkers, black and white. They have elderly parents, people who have worked, who have contributed all their lives. When they go in to apply, usually it's, well, you don't qualify, or they'll give you some little paltry amount, maybe $5 or $10. No, the system is broken and it needs to be repaired. Shadow Seeker, I'm glad. Tell us, type in the comment section. Tell us about your experiences, because I know where you're going with this. I've heard it from coworkers. Remember, there's a difference between SSDI and SSI. Many on SSDI do not qualify in the first. Right, Shadow Seeker. Backyard Dispatcher. They're buying those fudge rounds that Oliver Anthony was singing about. Yes. Backyard Dispatcher. All of you, type it in the comments section. That's why I'm going over this. They're making it appear, oh my God, people can't buy the healthy food that they've been buying. That's not what's happening. And there's a lot of fraud. There's a lot of waste. There's a lot of abuse. Don't go anywhere, folks. Once I break this down for you, I'm going to show you several instances of people who are gaming the system. And a lot of that is going on. So Trump is not trying to take food out of the mouths of people who genuinely need it. And that's just where we are. How you doing, Laurie? How you doing, Beverly? Everyone who's coming in, hit the like button. If you have Facebook, other forms of social media, share this out. I want as many people as possible to join the conversation, because a lot of people are just misinformed. And he's taking this, he's taking that, and people are going to be, come on now. You lived through 4 years of the Biden and Kamala Harris administration, if you want to call that living. More like struggling. Backyard dispatcher. I live on the res. They kind of give it to us easily. Right. Lori says, I work at a grocery store and I see a lot of food stamps. Okay. Thank you, Lori. Shadow Seeker. There's a change in some states, though, I guess. They finally banned soda and junk in some places January before Trump. Yes, Shadow Seeker. There's still a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse. I see it. Sometimes when I go to the grocery store, people will walk up to me and ask me, do you want to buy some food stamps? And so say like they could sell it. Okay. Say if I give them $100, they'll give me $200 in food stamps. Does that make sense? So because they want cash. Okay. All right. Here we are. And, they're still saying the left is still pushing. This is part of that Project 2025 agenda that Trump authored. And we know he did not author the Project 2025. Of course, the Heritage Foundation, they're still spewing lies. And so here let me go. Let me go here. Despite SNAP's demonstrated effectiveness, some Republican policymakers are reportedly considering advancing harmful SNAP. Look at this. Proposals in Congress this year that would take benefits away from families with low incomes and increase food insecurity and poverty. This could include policies sought, look at this, folks, let me highlight this, by President Trump during his first term, as well as proposals from key Republican lawmakers, the Republican Study Committee's budget plan, and the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025. So look at this. Now, they're making it, it's so horrible. They're not talking about any of the waste, fraud, or abuse. That's why I will share that with you here personally. Jesse, yes, the author of Project 2025, the Heritage Foundation, they didn't endorse Trump. Newsflash, they endorsed the Curry Queen, Kamala Harris. Okay, so look at this. Cut future benefits for all 40 million participants, including 1 in 5 children in the U.S., and make SNAP benefits increasingly inadequate to afford a healthy diet over time by restricting future updates to the Thrifty Food Plan. The basis for SNAP benefits, or immediately slash benefits for all participants more deeply by rolling back the recent TFP revision. All right, Tina. Okay, I have pointed out the Heritage House in Project 2025 so many times, and Heritage House was sponsoring. Thank you so much. Yes, the Heritage Foundation. Wavelin, how are you doing, love? Yeah. What about seniors? If you want to take care of people, if you want me to be fine with SNAP and other forms of welfare, take care of the elderly, the disabled, and our veterans. Everyone else, figure it out. If you're poor, and again, I have some videos to share with you. If you're struggling, I was looking at a video earlier, 19-year-old, started receiving welfare. You're already poor, you're in poverty. Why would you have 3 or 4 more children? I'm asking for a friend. I'm a little bit slow. So maybe there's someone in this chat section who can explain that to me, because the math is not mathing. Lori, the welfare people, but a lot of the best goods, yes, they're buying lobster, shrimp, beef, things that normal working Americans cannot buy. I'm just saying. Now, again, moderators, we may have some trolls. They don't like this type of talk. It's the pink elephant. We're not supposed to say anything about it. So again, since we have more people joining the chat, as long as they are not disrespectful, you're welcome, Chris. As long as they are not name calling, they are fine. Everyone can state their opinion. The Rolynn's Reviews channel welcomes everyone, but we have to remain respectful. I will not allow anyone in this chat to be disrespected. I don't worry about myself. I'm a Generation Xer. I can deal with it, but no one in this chat came here to be disrespected. I won't allow that. Thank you so much, mods. Smart Final. But I'm saying you're already poor. And then, because they're all over social media complaining. So you were poor, so you thought it was okay to have several more children. Okay, that's. I mean, maybe I'm slow. Someone explain it to me. I'll continue. Take food away from people living in areas with insufficient jobs, older adults up to age 65, parents of school-age children, veterans, people experiencing homelessness, and youth who have aged out of foster care by expanding SNAP's existing harsh and ineffective work requirement. And of course, we know these let's go ahead and call it what it is. The left created the welfare state to keep you dependent on them. Those of you who've been on the channel for a while, have I not been discussing this? That's all. And yeah, you're getting welfare, but you never have anything. It's just crumbs. But if you have a poverty mindset, you think you're getting the world. And let's keep it real, folks. I'm going to go ahead and call it what it is. Now, I can't say everything I want to say because I do still work for the school system. But let me say this. For the people, they're so poor. They're getting SNAP. They're getting free lunch. They have $1,000 cell phones. They have $200 sneakers. Don't come in my face with this crap about, oh, the children will starve. Sell those phones. Stop buying those $200 sneakers. I know this isn't popular. I know people don't want to hear it, but I'm going to say it because I'm sick of it. I see it every day. Chris, disabled vets and seniors are losing benefits because of those who won't try. Yes. I told you the military is close to my heart. I told you, my dad, I told you where I teach. My students are primarily students of parents who are at Pope Air Force Base or Fort Bragg. There are many homeless veterans here where I live. Why not take care of people who've served this country? See, I have a problem with that. Chris, yes. Look, I told you, I don't know everything, but I know what I see. I have two eyeballs that work perfectly fine. So as at the left, the bleeding heart liberals, oh, the children will suffer. No, they won't. Again, it's the same people when at the beginning of school, when they're giving away book bags and other school supplies, people are coming up. And again, they have $200 sneakers. They all have cell phones. If you're so poor, why do you have $1,000 cell phones? Just explain it to me. Maybe I'm slow and I don't understand how things work. Right, Lori? Tina, yes. Jeffrey, yes. And like I said, I know this isn't popular, but I'm going to call it what it is. So right here, 4 states to make deep SNAP benefit cuts and eliminate the national commitment to adequate food assistance by radically altering SNAP's funding structure. Trump needs to alter it. It's a scam. That's all it is. And the people who really need it, people who have paid into the system, oh, well, you make $5 too much, you can't get anything. How about, here's a thought. How about taking care of the people who have done nothing but worked and contributed? And then when they get old, they get disabled, they don't qualify for anything. So I'm with Trump. I wish he would crash the whole system, start a new one. I'm sick of it. It's not right. You don't provide for people, the people who have contributed. I've seen it. I've had co-workers, black and white, tell me their parents are elderly. They go to apply for assistance. And these are their parents have done nothing but worked all their lives. They don't know. You can't get anything or $5 or $10. Get out of here. Music therapy. We do need welfare reform. Laura, yes, the complaining is coming and I know it. Lisa, I was a single mom and I worked but needed help from our government. I was $14 above the poverty level and dealing. Lisa knows what I'm talking about. Right. You're out here working, trying to make it. And it's like if you're someone who's really trying to do the right thing, you're penalized. And that's not right. Chris, my dad was a disabled vet, could only get $200 to live on a month. And someone who is illegal here gets $700 in food. Chris, go back and check out some of my videos on the illegals. They were getting some of them $10,000-$12,000 in food stamp. Not even a citizen. Come on, Aurelius. Here in Tampa, I see all the newcomers from Cuba with a debit card and better dressed than lots of people here. Right, Aurelius, make it make sense. In food assistance for millions of people in households who were able to modestly increase their earnings or bill savings while increasing red tape for states and participants by gutting broad-based categorical eligibility, a long-standing SNAP option currently used by more than 40 states whose governments run the political spectrum, and misguided restrictions on the types of foods. That's not misguided. They're buying a bunch of junk. And then, so when they get older, and, if they're on Medicaid, they have all these health problems because they did nothing but bought all this junk. And a lot of these people eating this free food, again, when you're not paying for something, you tend to abuse it. They have all these health problems because, unfortunately, a lot of them are obese and overweight because of the food that they're buying. And so when they're trying to make these changes, say, hey, you can't buy sodas. Hey, you can't buy these chips and cookies. Then they're complaining about that. Laurie, I work and I can't have what the welfare people have. Laurie, no, you can't. William, child care taxes give them thousands and they don't pay taxes. Thank you, William. Yes. Jeffrey, I know an Army man said on welfare office, they gave him $8.25. Jeffrey, I know what you're saying is true. I've talked to veterans. I've talked to older people who have worked all their lives. Butterfly Nest, how you doing, love? Yes, click the like button. Let's bring more people into this conversation. Monique, fruits, vegetables, and meat are more expensive than junk food. This is true too, Monique. America needs to be healthier, and I'm glad. Yes, Robert Kennedy's calling them out on their nonsense. And those of you who are new here, you may not know this. One of the courses that I teach is food science. Everything that Robert Kennedy is telling you, I've been teaching for years to my students. He's not lying. You have people out here not wanting to listen to this guy and say, oh, he's nuts. He's this, he's that. The guy is telling the truth. I know firsthand. I teach it. I teach food science. Okay. So every time he says something, I'm like, yes. Okay. Ditto on reform, especially on Medicare and Medicaid. Yes. Thank you, Anita. Thank you. All right. So these SNAP cuts and policy changes will come. All right. So, and I'm not going to read all this. What I've done, I've added this. If you want to go through it and read some more, I have actually added this in the description box. I want to get to the videos because it's all over social media. And, again, people, please don't think all of us who are gainfully employed and we're not having to use the government, all right, to feed us, to house us. We are blessed. So please, particularly people, once I end the video and once you leave comments in the comment section, I am not saying, that people who receive, assistance, they're lower than anyone else. That is not what I'm saying. Please don't misconstrue my comments. I'm talking about the abusers, the people who don't legitimately need it. They are scamming and gaming the system. And me as a taxpayer, if I show you how much I paid in federal and state taxes last year, you would see why I'm so angry. Before I get my check, $1,000 is already gone to the federal government. That's not counting state income tax for the state of North Carolina, Medicare, Social Security. So yes, I'm gonna be. I'm a little bit salty. Lisa, do your students? Lisa, I'm not sure. Maybe one or two, or maybe sometimes they'll, because I have magnets on my truck, and so sometimes it's parked obviously there at the school when I'm working. So sometimes they may see that and go on. But they know I teach about that. My brother's girlfriend has 8 kids. Some are grown. This woman has never worked a day in her life. Butterfly nest. Now you see what I'm saying. The abusers. I get up every day. Even in college, I worked. No, this is biblical. You don't work, you don't eat. Yes. Music therapy. Wow, butterfly. She's got medical issues. That's crazy. Yeah. And this is biblical. Hit the like button for me, folks. Let me get to some of these videos. But again, we're not condemning, we're not denigrating anyone. We are just saying this is not right. And of course, we know the bleeding heart liberals. This is what they want. They want you. Okay, here we go. We're going to look at this one first. They want you to be dependent on them. Okay. Why? Well, they have your vote. Exactly, William. I have several videos. Let's look at this first video, folks.
Family is on disability. We food stamps. My husband's on food stamps. I'm on food stamps for the baby, though we all have Medicaid. Okay. To wake up this morning and find out that the federally funded programs are going to be stopped, just like all.
Wait. You know, usually, is this a new record for starting the video and then stopping it so that we can get some more context? She says she's on food stamps. Her husband is on food stamps. Well, first, hold on. These are able-bodied adults that are laying down and having children, and they are sitting here talking about that they on food stamps? You got to be kidding me, bro. You have to be kidding me. Everybody on food stamps? First of all, I thought that when you are married, which is one of the reasons why a lot of times I've seen women in the past prevent themselves from actually getting married or saying that they have a man inside of the household, that actually prevents you from getting certain benefits, because that means that you are able-bodied adults, logically, that can then go to work every day just like regular everyday people and be able to run up a bag and take care of your kids or be responsible for how many children that you have, right? All right, listen, let's stop here. We're going to replay it from the beginning. We're going to get the full context. I always like to give credit to the content creators, so that's going to be down in the description. Also, we had Stock Club last night. It was absolutely awesome, so you guys need to tap into that. And Teej Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. That link is, all of that stuff is in the description. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. And make sure you join the Millionaire Morning Show today. We might have to deep dive a little bit more into all of these people that I keep seeing that you guys are sending me. It's like a trend or something.
I told you, I'm not making this up. They are all over TikTok freaking out. Oh my God, they're taking my food stamps, my Section 8. They are all over. What happened to shit? Why do people need to go on social media? There is no shame. Even if that was my situation, I'm not going on social media to say anything about it. All right, here we go.
That they are basically on food stamps, but they grown adults. And it's not just black people. It's not just white people. It's people from all creeds that's American citizens that's basically taking advantage of the taxpayers.
That's right.
All right, let's remix this. Let's go back to the beginning. See if we can get some full context, because I want to hear the whole story before I just go ahead and jump and deep dive into this, because it is aggravating me and it's irritating me as a person that grind and is here before 5 o'clock every single morning. I'm in the studio before 5 o'clock every single morning, and you got these people talking about, let's play the whole thing. We're going to reserve judgment. We look, but we don't judge. Right? Is that what they say?
Family is on disability. We food stamps. My husband's on food stamps. I'm on food stamps for the baby, though we all have Medicaid. Okay. To wake up this morning and find out that the federally funded programs are going to be stopped, just like All of you Trump voters warned me it would. This is what you all wished for, okay? I want to please point my finger at every single Trump voter who is in my comment section of a video that no longer exists. It was Food Stamp Day, and that comment section was so full of people saying how they couldn't wait for this day. Can't wait for them to take that away. Can't wait for food stamps to go away. You can't wait for my family to starve. Because when we lose our disability, when we lose our food stamps, when we lose our medical, we're going to starve. I have a 1-year-old baby, okay? I have 2 older children who are also on food stamps. Without the federally assistance, and it's not just my family, people with disabilities, veterans, the elderly. This doesn't just affect me. This affects so many people, millions and millions and millions of people who are going to lose.
What if it was
all
possible?
right? So let me get rid of this commercial. But tell me, so this is what I'm telling you. Big Cheese, how you doing? Christine, how are you? They're all over social media. I mean, crying their eyes out. What are we going to do? I think someone typed it here. Get a job. Sounds good to me.
We're going to lose their assistance. People who cannot just walk out the door and go get a fucking job. I don't think any of you understand what you have done by voting for Trump, and I will never fucking forgive you.
Okay. We don't care. Like, we need your forgiveness. This is a real Karen moment here, and we got to break this down on multiple fronts. All right. So bear with me as I try to take this all in. Okay. First and foremost, baby, you can stand to go without a few meals.
That's what I was going to say. The people who are complaining the most, look, let's be real. America is the most obese, industrialized nation. All of us could stand to lose a few pounds or skip a few meals. Sweetie, I don't think you've missed any meals. So this is what they're doing. They're all over social media. Oh my God, what are we going to do? And to me, maybe I'm slow. Go out and get a job, but they keep saying, I can't get a job. You're not trying. This is crazy. What you see, the left has created a whole society of victims. Tell me I'm wrong. Debbie, how are you? Debbie said, you people are living off the system for decades. Get over it and work like the rest. Yes, Debbie. That's what we're saying. Yes. Get a job or start a business. A job is just overbroad. And when they're saying, I can't get a job, what they're saying is they don't want the jobs that are available. Well, newsflash, go to college like some other people went, or go to a vocational school, a technical school. So they have 1,000,001 excuses. Don't go anywhere. I have several other videos to share. I have several other people complaining. Oh my God, what am I going? These people are nuts. Here we go.
It looks like you've been really, really doing well on food stamps. And that's just on optics. I don't know how y'all laying down with these women and getting them pregnant in the first place. Second thing is, I never thought in my life, and you talking to a person that I don't believe in separating ourselves based off of color. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's one of the things that my community, Black culture, has always tried to come at me about. And of course, they call me all of the familiar names and things like that. And we don't care. We don't care anything about that. We just going to continue to do what we do, run it up, and align ourselves with people based off of character. However, we have to add this in as a caveat because it's hilarious how I cannot believe, and I've always known the majority of the people based off of population that are on government assistance and food stamps are white people. That's just a fact. That's not my opinion. That is a fact. You can look it up. You can go and check it out. That is a pure born. But when you see it in person, it's like, wait a minute. Where is all of this privilege that y'all say that these people have?
Yeah, because you know the left is always saying, "Oh, white people have white privilege." They must not go on social media. white people are struggling, just like Hispanic, just like Black, just like Asian. Everyone, it's a struggle, folks. No one is, except for of course, the wealthy people, that are just, nothing really affects them because they have so much money. Nothing makes me mad when they abuse the system. Exactly, Chris, you're right. Here we go.
That we're supposed to be recognizing, when in reality, they are sitting here complaining, having children out of wedlock, tying themselves to the federal government, which is one of the reasons why I keep telling y'all that feminism was hijacking the civil rights movement and so on and so forth, and diversity, equity, and inclusion doesn't even affect the majority of you. It affects people that don't want to get a job, or they just want a leg up. And it's people that also tie themselves to the federal government. So you got basically white women who are married to white men that are on government assistance, that have children and did not learn the first 2 times. She got, we don't know how many children. She said, I got older children that's on food stamps too. Maybe they grown, maybe we don't know. All we know is that we see degeneracy every single day inside of our culture, inside of America, because 2 things can be true at the same time. Yes, we need to get these people out of here illegally taking advantage of taxpayers, but also on top of that, we also have a cultural issue. And I said it on Monday that we are lazy.
Yep.
Lazy as a culture. Collectively, we are lazy, which makes it seems like people that come over into this country are better than us because they take advantage of the American dream and all y'all.
And you remember what Ramaswamy said? He basically called Americans lazy, and that's why he's sort of on the outs. He and Elon Musk. So again, we know how people come over from other countries, how they view Americans.
All I want to do is lay up on taxpayer dollars, but that's not even the worst part about it. She's complaining about something that isn't even true. If you go and look at the first press secretaries under, I think her name is Caroline Leavitt or Caroline Levitt, we'll familiarize ourselves with her. She provided clarification on behalf of the Trump administration that the things that they were looking to defund and put a pause on sending payments for was diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, transgenderism, sending condoms over to Gaza to the tune of $50 million. So we got this Department of Government Efficiency that's basically going through with a fine-tooth comb and finding out where all of the leaks are. Where's all of our taxpayer money going, right? Yep. And she clearly said in that press conference, in that first press conference, that Medicaid, Medicare, food stamps, Section 8 housing, all of that stuff is still going to be sent out. Not that they wanted to, but it wouldn't be cut off. It wouldn't be paused. That's not even something that's on a chopping block or that's being evaluated yet. All right. She didn't say yet. All she said was, that's not something that's misinformation. Stop listening to everybody that's on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube giving out false information. So we have people that are incompetent, that are unable to even read to find out what is actually the truth. And they get all of their news from social media, from people that are not dependable sources.
And that's what I was talking about, folks. That's exactly what I was talking about.
I appreciate, because now we get to see who the degenerate people are inside of our culture and our society. And they're putting out false information. And so, first of all, what she's saying is not true.
No.
But secondly, the real issue is that why are all of these able-bodied adults that are laying down and having children sitting there crying a poor mouth and running in the Victim Olympics saying that they won't be able to feed themselves? When in reality, it's all lazy. It's lazy, it's lazy, it's lazy. And honestly, I will be happy if we start to reduce the amount of people that are dependent on the federal government when they can go out and get a job and take care of business like everybody. So I'm going to be punished. You guys are being punished for being responsible adults, not only with how many children that you have and what you do, but also getting up and grinding every single day.
Right.
I told y'all in the beginning of this video, yo, I'm up by about between 4 and 4:15, around 4:15 every single morning. I'm usually to the studio sometime slightly after 5 o'clock a.m. and we grind, we get it. You know what my schedule is. You know how I do. And then I have multiple different things. People were criticizing me for having extra jobs and stuff like that. And it's just because I'm a productive United States of American citizen that pays my taxes and want to make sure that I take care of my family and that they, achieve the American dream. And you got these bums and these stupid people out here that is basically taking advantage of our hard work, and we got to give our money to them, and they sitting there talking about we gonna make them starve because they lazy. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the page.
So that's just one. Don't go anywhere. I told you I have several. Hit the like button for us, folks. Yeah, so I told you these people have lost their ever-loving mind. They are all over social media. Oh my God, how am I going to feed my children? Give me a break. So again, the system is broken. And let me show you, I have other, that's just one. I would just be so embarrassed. Okay, so we're going to look at, let me see what we're going to look at next. Oh my God. And I found this older lady, boy, she's the older lady, but she's on top of it. She feels like we do. These scammers have got to go and figure it out. See, they're always, oh, there are no jobs. There are jobs. They just want to start somewhere at the top. And no, that's not how it works. Peter, it is a generational issue. I think it was Smart Final, I think, that said welfare babies will follow suit in most instances and become welfare recipients. Again, it's a vicious cycle. And it is. So let me show you these other people on here complaining. And I have people on TikTok. They're everywhere complaining. And this older lady is like we are. Folks, get a job. Let me get rid of the commercial first. Yeah, music therapy. Children learn by modeling. If you've never seen a parent get up and go to work, you see them laying around the house, to you, that's going to appear to be normal. And that is not normal. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Y'all see this right here? Do you see it? Coming to a city or state near you. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you for stopping by to see me today. Thank you so very much. Y'all. I have 3 videos I'm going to show you today. Some of y'all going to say amen, Sandfaye. Amen. People, this is 2025.
Yep.
When are you going to get up off your tail?
Yep.
And decide to do something with your life to help your family? When are you going to stop depending on the government?
Right.
You should not depend on anyone.
Nope.
You can't depend on your family, your friends, your co-workers, no one. You can only depend on yourself. But when you sit around for years collecting government funds, and then all of a sudden the government wants to start taking away from you, you start boo-hooing to family members online, social media. You upset because they are taking your government benefits. Who should you blame? You can't blame the government or anyone else for how your life turned out.
Nope.
Well, you can try to blame them, but you need to be blaming you.
Right.
You are the culprit of your life. You are.
That's what I tell my students every day. Choices that you make, no one else. Choices that you make. And so, like I said, I just found this lady. She's very wise. Here we go.
I got to keep telling people that. Don't be stupid down there in that comment section. Now, don't be stupid, because I will get rid of some people. I will, because I don't care. I don't give a damn. Here we go. Let me play the first video for you. Thousands in Georgia finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. Good Lord. Listen.
4,000 of Metro Atlantans are finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Channel 2 Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
Able-bodied adults who have no dependents. Now, this is where people can come to enroll in the food stamps program with the Department of Family and Children's Services in Cobb County. And about 3,000 Cobb County residents who get those benefits are now under new requirements. We met Kiera Thomas applying for food stamps at the Cobb County DFACS office. She's got a child, but says those who don't have dependents still need help.
I mean, not everybody can work, and it's not that easy to find a job nowadays.
About 6,000.
That's a bald-faced lie. This is what really makes me angry when I watch these videos and they're talking about it's not hard, it's too hard to find a job, or there are no jobs. Let me tell you something. I think I told you, if you've been here on the channel for a while, part of my job, yes, I teach students. I help students get jobs. I've had students tell me, well, now, if you're just coming in and you don't know, one of the courses that I teach is food science. My students received a factory and industry recognized certification in food safety and science. I help them get jobs at fast food places, Walmart, Food Lion. I've had students tell me, now this is a teenager, I don't want to do fast food. Excuse me, ma'am, sir. I said, all money is green. So smart final, yes. Stop with these lies about there are no jobs. Tell the truth. There are jobs. You just don't want to work there. So, and I tell my students, when they say that, it angers me, because when I was younger, I did not have that mindset. It didn't matter to me. So, right, Lisa, you start somewhere. And like I tell them, a lot of these people, if you go to McDonald's and work hard, you move up the ranks. Then you become manager, district manager. Then you start making big bucks. So stop with these lies about there are no jobs. There are plenty of jobs. Tell the truth. There are jobs. You just don't want to work those jobs. I just dropped another truth bomb. Here we go.
1,000 food stamp recipients in Metro Atlanta are now required to find work or get into a job training program after getting the benefit for 3 months. Those affected are adults who have no dependents at home.
Let me get rid of this commercial. So yes, Monique, and that's what I tell my students. No one owes you anything. And you know, this victimhood is real. It's real.
She said everybody can't work. Everybody can't work. Everybody can't work because, you know, we don't have the means. We don't have the money. We don't have no cars. We don't have bus fare. We don't have nothing. We just going to sit back and make up excuses.
And again, you have $1,000 phones. You get that hair done, which is $200 or $300. You have those nails done. So stop with the lies. I'm sick of it. Here we go.
We're going to have excuses for why we can't work and why we feel that we should get the benefits, because we can't get up off our ass and do what we need to do. We can't do it. We don't have the drive. We don't have to get up and go. We don't show our kids that we can be productive citizens in the United States of this America. We can't show our kids that. We can't, because we pitiful. We are pitiful. You know what? No, y'all, I don't feel sorry for these people.
Nope.
I don't feel sorry. Only people I feel sorry for is the kids, because they don't have parents who don't have a drive to do better in life. They don't have that. They don't have anyone to show them what you should be doing and how you should be doing it. They don't have that. And I feel sorry for the disabled people, the people who are disabled and can't work. Did y'all notice, though, they kept saying able-bodied people
Yes.
are being cut.
Yes.
Able-bodied people. I don't know if they're talking about the ones with dependents or not with dependents, but there are some people with kids that are able-bodied, been sitting on the system the whole time. Let me tell y'all something. Then I'm going to play the next video. If you can look or go to work yourself, if you're working and you have someone in your office, they can't walk. They don't have no legs. They're sitting in a wheelchair and they're working. They're not complaining.
Yep.
They don't want the bare minimum. They want to do better with their lives.
Yep.
So how can you feel sorry for somebody who's able-bodied?
That's right.
How? And then you got people who can't read a lick, but they working.
Yep.
Okay, they got side hustles. They doing something to make extra money. They can do, woodwork. They can sew. They can do something. But they ain't sitting up there complaining. But no, that's why I don't like to hear it. I don't like to hear it.
Nope, me too.
Let me go to the next one. Let me tell y'all something. People complaining, people cut off. You better do like them third world countries. You better be eating you some rice and beans. Rice and beans. If it's good enough for those countries, it's good enough for your ass. That's what I'm going to say. You out here complaining about what you ain't got and what you can't get, then that's your fault. Your destiny is truly in your hands.
Facts.
Not mine, in the government. All right, moving right along. Here's video 2. Cutting folks off food stamps. I know I said the F word. I didn't mean to say it. Here we go.
To everybody out there who's talking about this is what you voted for when you voted for a Republican because you're mad because they're cutting food stamps, I want to let you all know that I am glad that they are cutting food stamps for people who are able-bodied adults without a dependent. If you are an able-bodied adult without any dependents, why is it that you are receiving food stamps in the first place?
Yep.
Why is it that you cannot get up and go to work like everybody else since you are an able-bodied adult without dependents? I'm glad that they're cutting food stamps. Now, I am not someone who thinks that nobody should ever get government assistance. You have fallen on hard times.
Yep.
I think it's fine if you need to get government assistance for a time. But I think there should be a limit to how much government assistance a person receives, especially if that person is an able-bodied adult. I've seen so many people abuse this system. If you are an able-bodied adult, the government is not the one who is responsible for you. You are the one who is responsible for yourself. It is up to you to take care of yourself. Now, if you need food stamps or you need government assistance for a time, maybe you fell on hard times, maybe you got laid off through no fault of your own, and you need government assistance for a time, that's fine. But it's a problem when you try to live on government assistance and make it a lifestyle. I shouldn't have to pay for an able-bodied adult. You should be able to get up, go to work, and pay for yourself.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody with some common sense. She said, able-bodied people. Again, the key word is
able-bodied. Yeah. And so but the liberals were all over social media saying, oh, he's taking it from everyone. No. I mean, what about the disabled and the elderly? No. Able-bodied. People who should not have been on it, really. They've just been scamming. I have several instances of scams that have taken place. Jesse, my mom was on government assistance for 5 years when I was a child and worked 2 jobs, majority of my childhood, and told me about people abusing the system back in the 90s. Yes, my mom's been working for 20 plus years. Right. Immuna, yes, I like this lady. I found her the other day. She gives you that old wisdom, and I love it. Music therapy. What is confusing to me is how come U.S. citizens were getting thousands. Yeah, I know music therapy. Rhonda, the block cheese made some good mac and cheese. Okay, Rhonda. Yeah, Rhonda. So let me see what. Yeah, I have several videos. But yeah, I did share this video up under in the description box. So I won't play. Let me see. I may play another little section of it. Here we go.
But she was right about all that. Trying to pull up this last video. All right, here we go. This guy here is going to tell you a story what happened to a mother who was selling her food stamps.
Those of you just coming into the comment section, hit the like button. I told you there is more waste, fraud, and abuse than I care to even think about. But listen to and what he's talking about is not an anomaly. This is what happens every day. Listen up.
Yeah, that's what they do. That is exactly what they do. Sell the food stamps. Whew.
This single mother of 4 was disqualified from getting food stamps because she was caught selling food stamps. Now she's facing a felony and she don't know how she's going to feed her children. Let me explain. This single mother of 4 was the neighborhood babysitter. She would babysit kids around the neighborhood and she would do people hair in the neighborhood. That's how she would get a little extra money to support her children. Some of the children she would babysit in the neighborhood, she had a really good relationship with the parents. So she would sell them food stamps at the beginning of the month. She would charge them half of what their groceries cost. For example, if their groceries cost $400, she would pay for it with her food stamp card and they would give her $200 in cash. One day, one of the kids got hurt very bad at her house that she was babysitting. The kid had a very big cut on the leg. The mother was pissed. The mother accused the babysitter of not really watching the kids. The mother took her child from the babysitter house and never brought her child back. The mother that took her child from the babysitter house was one of the main people that would buy food stamps from her at the beginning of the month. The following month, after she took her child away from the babysitter house, she called her at the beginning of the month to still buy food stamps as she usually do. The babysitter didn't like her anymore, so the babysitter said she wasn't selling her no more food stamps. The woman got very angry and reported her. She had all kind of receipts, text messages, everything. She didn't just report her and say she was selling food stamps. She also went to law enforcement and said she's running an illegal business in her home. Woo! When the lady told she was selling food stamps, she was under investigation. They found out she was selling food stamps and they disqualified her. This woman have 4 children by 3 different men. 2 of them is in prison. She don't have much support from the baby fathers. Her only means of income was babysitting, doing people hair, and selling food stamps at the beginning of the month. Now she's even forced to try and get a license to babysit.
All right. So again, sorry, not sorry. Choices that you make. And now she's going to have to try to figure out how she's going to support her children. And that's the thing, folks. Hit the like button, folks, if you're enjoying this content. So this is going on a daily basis. And it's fine as long as people don't get upset with you. When they get upset, they go and sing like a canary. I'm not done. Let me share something else with you. And like I said, I'm going to pull up. I mean, they are scamming. Oh my God, you would not believe. Let me see. Where are we? Hold on now. Wait. I think I'll share this with you next. Food stamp scammers getting caught. And there are a few that get caught, but think about the ones that don't. So I would not be angry if Trump shut the whole thing down and started from ground up. I understand. I know people are angry. Oh my God. As a taxpayer, I would definitely agree with Trump. All right. Let's look at this. Food stamp scammers getting caught.
$19 million. That's how much the state predicts taxpayers will lose this year because of growing public assistance fraud.
It's awful. 4 years ago, the state implemented new technology relying on a series of questions during the online application process. Investigative reporter Darlene Jones asked why the multi-million-dollar program hasn't seemed to help.
This arrest affidavit describes the owner of the hay meat market in Ocala as a woman who took taxpayers for more than $1 million. We spent hours trying to find her. The meat market is now for sale. Her home in Gainesville just sold to new owners. Her alleged customers, Letitia Johnson and Marcia Mason, were arrested last month for felony welfare fraud. Both have pleaded not guilty.
Marcia? Darlene Jones with Channel 9. Can we talk to you about the...
She threatened to call police.
Why were you selling your food stamps?
Investigators believe Johnson and Mason sold their food stamps to the market's owner for 50 cents on the dollar.
You're right, it is taxpayer money that's being stolen.
Jack Heacock heads the Public Assistance Fraud Division at the Florida Department of Financial Services. For 3 years, he's been responsible for battling this growing trend statewide. Food stamp fraud topped $12 million last year. Already, 559 cases uncovered in the first 3 months of this year, costing taxpayers $4.2 million.
I think it's the online application, that the ease of access to public assistance benefits kind of encourages people to give it a shot.
Records provided to us by the state attorney's offices throughout Central Florida show a majority of cases aren't prosecuted. Defendants are typically offered plea deals, sent through diversion programs or probation. Public assistance fraud is a felony and can come with 5 years in prison. We could find few cases in which that actually happened.
People need to know they can go to jail for that. It's all dependent upon our state attorneys.
Eric Fanote and Quinteria Williams could be the exception. They pleaded not guilty to public assistance fraud, accused of filing nearly 800 food stamp applications using stolen identities and selling them to the former owner of this Apopka grocery store for cash.
Well, Marcia.
Back in Ocala, although Marcia Mason didn't want to talk, this man came out of her home, suggesting everybody cheats the system.
Taxpayer, you feel me? They skin it down, so if you feel me, y'all skim it too.
Darlene Jones, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Federal investigators would not provide details on why the store owner still ongoing investigation. DCF told us the feds forced them to allow applicants to opt out of a series of questions that helped weed out fraud shortly after that new technology was installed 4 years ago. However, the agency has still stopped $669 million worth of public assistance fraud since then, and that's what they are proud of.
An investigation is underway involving the alleged misuse of tens of thousands of dollars. The money was apparently taken using false information and fraudulent paperwork. Call 6 Chief Investigator Rafael Sanchez joins us with the details about those dollars.
Erica, good evening. Despite all the checks and balances, one couple accused of cashing in on programs set up to help families struggling financially. Nicole and Sam Britt came to court each with their own attorney. The couple accused of ripping off programs meant to serve the neediest in the state. Call 6 Investigates obtained records that show the couple was accused of being involved in fraud and theft dating back to January 2013. Nicole Britt allegedly told the state she was unemployed or working part-time to get food stamps and assistance for child care services. In fact, Britt at the time was working full-time for the Indianapolis Housing Agency. The total she and her husband are accused of illegally obtaining nearly $113,000. The Indianapolis Housing Agency cut ties with Nicole in February 2016.
Now you tell me, how we know they use your social security number for everything. Where was the oversight? How was she and her husband able to do that? And she's working there for the government. Oh my God. You can't make this up. How you doing, Iris? And so, yeah, so if you hear people out here complaining, oh my God, he's going to get rid of the welfare, it needs to be gone. Start something new. This is not working. This is just one big scam. And we, the taxpayers, are footing the bill. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of it. Give it to the people that really need it. The old people, the elderly people, the veterans, everyone else, figure it out. You have a child, you're struggling, Newsflash, here's an idea. Don't have any more children. You can't take care of the child or children that you already have. Boom. Here we go.
As part of the fraud accusations, federal investigators say she forged documentation claiming she was only working part-time. The IHA supervisor, whose name appears on the documentation, had no knowledge of the paperwork allegedly doctored to get welfare. Britt reportedly confessed in a letter to the state, saying she had submitted fraudulent documents and said yes to using work equipment to commit fraud. Despite all the checks done on recipients statewide, in 2017, there were 320 substantiated cases of food stamp fraud, totaling more than $1 million. Also last year, there were 58 cases of fraud statewide involving the child care program, totaling more than $176,000. So that's the big picture. In this case, I requested an interview with the couple now set to go on trial in June. Nicole Britt's lawyer said, in his own words, "We have no comments regarding the case at this time." The lawyer for Samuel Britt texted me saying, "Decline to comment." And you can take action on this. Any dollar that's misused does not make it to a family who needs it the most. You can report welfare fraud by calling 1-800-403-0864. Erica?
We broke the story last night about a Department of Human Services employee facing welfare fraud charges. Tonight, we're learning new details about the case and Sierra Selden Ruffin's status at the agency. 24-hour News 8's Danny Carlson is live with what we know tonight. Danny?
Well, Sue, we have been able to confirm that Sierra Selden Ruffin is off the job tonight, suspended without pay until the felony case against her wraps up. We also learned that all of this started through a DHS investigation, and that is what led to the criminal charges.
All right, tell me what you think as I get rid of this commercial. Yeah, Peter, it is deep. It is. Here we go.
The fact that she worked at DHS affected the DHS internal investigation at all?
I don't think so. I think it's pretty standard process for the DHS investigators to go through investigating whoever it might be. And they tend to handle all those investigations. Anything of a more serious nature or a violent crime or a crime against a person, I'm sure we would handle an investigation for them.
The fraud in itself, according to Michigan State Police Lieutenant Chris McIntyre, is not all that uncommon. So far this year, Michigan State Police in Kent, Ottawa, and Muskegon counties have handled 29 cases of welfare fraud. Sierra Selden Ruffin's is the only case involving a DHS employee.
I don't think we have a kind of systemic problem within DHS. This is just a person that violated the rules, and they've got to pay the same consequences as anybody else would have to.
Selden Ruffin is accused of applying for welfare last year, then not reporting changes in her household income, including not telling DHS that she was getting checks from family members. Both of those things contributed to her bottom line, meaning the state says she took home nearly $3,000 in welfare benefits she wasn't entitled to.
Maintain your trust in the Department of Human Services. They're doing the right thing all the time, and this is one person, and you certainly can't judge an agency as large as they are based on the mistakes and poor judgment of one person.
Now, we did speak with the DHS spokesperson tonight, and we asked if the suspect's mom, who is the current Kent County Director of Child Welfare, if she was the subject of any investigation. We didn't get a firm answer either way tonight. Sierra Selden Ruffin is due back in court December 2nd, and she could face up to 4 years in prison if convicted. Live in Grand Rapids tonight, Danny Carlson, 24-hour News 8.
A big food stamp bust. The Attorney General announces charges for a group accused of spending millions in Metro Detroit by using fraudulent EBT cards. Thank you for joining us this noon. I'm Rhonda Walker, and Attorney General Dana Nessel says that these charges just scratch the surface of this scheme and just how vast it is. Pamela Osborne is following the story for us with new information on how this all worked. Pamela.
Rhonda, this was quite sophisticated. 8,000 EBT cardholders had their information and money from their accounts taken. That money was spent here to fund purchases at Sam's Club stores all across southeastern Michigan. In all, investigators say this ring was responsible for making $4 million in fraudulent purchases. The unusual activity was first reported to state officials last year. The AG's newly formed force team which is in partnership with Michigan State Police, investigated. 3 people were arrested and arraigned on federal charges last week. And here's what AG Dana Nessel is saying about the reach of this enterprise and how they profited.
What happens in Michigan doesn't tend to stay in Michigan. And what we see more often than not in these types of cases is that you will have oftentimes victims over multiple states, but also that the merchandise travels.
And so the majority of those 8,000 people who had money taken from their EBT accounts, they actually are residents of California. There were some residents here in the state of Michigan and other states as well. And again, investigators are saying this is still an ongoing investigation. They fully anticipate that more people will face these federal charges down the road as this investigation continues. For now, reporting live in Detroit, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
According to court documents, 6 women in Allen County are responsible for stealing and misusing food stamp funds. It all started after the food stamp program mistakenly gave one of those women an extra $3,000 in her account. News Channel 15's Randy Spieth joins us live tonight from the newsroom with more. Randy?
Yeah, Mark, investigators say this happened after a power outage last summer, and that the funds were used between July and September of last year. Now the 6 women responsible are all facing felony theft charges. A probable cause affidavit says 22-year-old Dana Freeman of Fort Wayne is facing theft and corrupt business influence charges for her involvement in illegally using food stamps. It was her electronic benefit card used to pay for groceries with food stamps that received an extra $3,000 due to an error last July. That same day, the Family and Social Services Administration caught the error and asked Freeman to come to the office to fix the problem. But these court documents say she never showed up. Instead, it says over the next several weeks, Freeman and several others illegally used the extra food stamps at several stores in Fort Wayne. Some of the funds were sold to others. This document says Freeman sold $300 in food stamps to Betty Anderson for $150. Anderson is the director of the voucher program at Fort Wayne's Housing Authority.
We will do an internal investigation, not so much because we think that some of our funds may or may not be involved. I don't think that's the case at all. We have no reason to believe that.
The Housing Authority's executive director has worked with Anderson for 15 years, and he expects to discuss this issue with her when she returns to work later this week.
I don't know if the issue was correct. We believe that person is innocent until proven guilty in this country.
And Coffin Man, I made that statement before you came in. I said the same thing. Coffin Man says anyone who can afford expensive nails or hair extensions should get assistance. And Coffin Man, I said that. These people who are complaining they don't have money for food. You have $1,000 phone. Your children have phones, tablets, $200 sneakers. Lose me with that nonsense. I don't want to hear it. Let me go to TikTok. I told you they are all over TikTok. They have lost their ever-loving minds. If you are enjoying this content, please do me one small favor. Hit that like button, please. And again, this happens every day, folks. Oh my God. Let me take you to the rabbit hole that is TikTok. Here's a lady, and again, they're all over the place. Let's listen to what she's saying.
This video goes out to all the people that went out and voted for Donald Trump, especially all you people receiving EBT, Medicaid, food stamps. Y'all voted for Donald Trump, and now, guess what? We got to go back to work. To qualify for EBT and food stamps, you have to be working 30 hours a week. I got 5 kids. I can't work 30 hours a week. Who's going to take care of my kids? Y'all done fucked around and found out, now fucked it up for everybody. You mean to tell me I got to go back to work and I got 5 kids? Who's going to take care of these 5 kids?
So again, you see the mindset is what am I going to do now? I don't know. Find the fathers of your children and drop the kids off and let them watch the show. I don't know. Figure it out. And you look at the comment section, people say, yeah, work. See what she's saying.
It's a certain amount of hours that you have to qualify for, but now if you have a job, you can get food stamps. So now if you work and you can get food stamps, it's a certain amount of hours that you have to qualify for, but now if you have a job, you can get food stamps. See, Trump know what he's doing. He got a lot of shit going on. He know how to rock it up. He know how to like just make. Now I'm not mad at it. Now I'm not mad at it because we've been asking for food stamps just because we're in a working household. That does not mean, everyone should be qualified for food stamps. And this is good for people that is working because they do help out. So I'm not mad about it, but it's like he know what to do. And that's the thing when he be doing them stimmies. He likes to throw us a shut the fuck up. Don't look, be blind to what I got going on. This is that don't look, be blind. Now
and look, she has her hair covered up. You can't see it. And again, I'm sure it costs $200 or $300. She has tattoos, but she needs food stamps. Okay.
Because it used to be once you start working, and now that we found out you're working, we take it from you. But now he's trying to give it back. I'm not complaining, but I know what you're doing. But I'll still take it. Thank you.
And that's what's wrong. And let me show you. Yeah, these people are losing their minds. Then you got some people, and this lady right here, oh my God, she is completely nuts. And like I said, these women are on here. You're getting your hair done. You're doing all these things. Let me show you this one.
When I tell you, I just saw the funniest shit. EBT is going up in flames. Please watch.
They literally cut my food stamp card off.
Cut it.
Zero balance. They took everything.
What's crazy is they gave you everything, so they can't really take what they get. Whatever, continue.
To get some groceries, I had a cart full of groceries, over $600 worth of crap.
$600 worth of food stamps is crazy. And I wonder how many eggs she bought, because you know that them price is high. Let's continue.
They aren't paying my rent this month. I don't get my disability or my kids' disability in the first.
I didn't know EBT paid for rent.
So I told my husband, and he says to me, as I'm crying, and he says to me, well, maybe you'll lose some weight now.
When I tell you, I just saw the funniest shit. EBT is going up in flames.
So that's what I told you. When I told you these people are they're all over TikTok. They are losing their minds. Let me see. Let me find some more crazy people on here. Let me see. So what are your thoughts, folks? Comment in the comment section. All right, here's one. I looked at her earlier.
I'm on my way to the grocery store. Thank you, Mr. Trump. $728. I'm gonna have to let down the back seat of my Lexus, fit all these damn groceries in here. I just got my food stamp.
2 of 4 thousands of Metrolannans are finding out they are no longer eligible for food stamps. The change affects Cobb, Gwinnett, and Hall counties. Channel 2 Sophia Choi is live in Cobb County. And Sophia, this involves able-bodied adults who are now required to go to work.
Able-bodied adults who have no dependents. Now, this is where people can come to enroll in the food stamps program with the Department of Family and Children Services in Cobb County. And about 3,000 Cobb County residents who get those benefits are now under new requirements.
2 of 4 thousands.
Yes. Peter, morals are right. Thank you, Peter. That's what I've been saying. I agree.
On governmental assistance to individual programs. Breaking news, there has been clarity provided around the pause on governmental assistance to individual programs that are being supported by the American government. Today, the brand new press secretary, I do not have time to even look this woman's name up, come out and said that President Trump is not cutting benefits to things like food stamps, although that is absolutely contrary to what was written and shared previously. Now, I made a video saying that this man is saying that he's going to do this, and I'm so thankful that there has been large-scale public outcry from everyone out there against it. So now, thankfully, according to Ms. Press Secretary, that is not going to happen. This is one source that I used. Here's another source that I used, and this is another source that I use, which none of that matters, makes no difference, because no one cares about being right. All I care about is that the American people are not going to suffer, especially those who have the most to lose.
And again, if you're just coming in, a lot of these people who are on government assistance, they are living very well. They are living very well. How you doing, Tijuana Border Jumper? Thank you for the super chat, love. The world needs such ditch diggers too. Get busy. Don't say there ain't no work. Tijuana Border Jumper just got here. Tijuana, that's what I've been saying. A lot of these videos, these people are on here. You know, the victimhood is real. Oh, there are no jobs. Yes, there are. Just tell the truth. You don't want to work the jobs that are available. Okay, those hearts are just for you, Tijuana Border Jumper. Thank you, Laurie. My doctor told me that if you live on processed food, you can get, what's that, Demi? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Laurie. So, yeah, they are all over the place, crying their eyes out. Where's this other lady that I watched the other day? They're like, oh my God, federal aid is frozen. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Figure it out. Here's another one. Let me see. Hold on.
I got this in the mail.
Let me start from
So Trump ain't playing, y'all. This was effective almost immediately. I got this in the mail. If you're an able-bodied adult without dependents, you need to be working because you will not be receiving food stamps anymore. Okay? Yeah. And when you are eligible to receive these food stamps, it would only be every 3 months out of every 3 years. So within a 3-year period, 36 months, it would only be 9 out of those 36 months. Yeah, get a job. So Trump ain't playing, y'all. This was effective.
Yeah, the free gravy train is over. Thank goodness. All right, let me see where else we are. So yeah. Let me see what she's saying. Here we go.
What I read was just updated. It said the memo specifies that the pause will not affect Social Security or Medicare benefits, nor does it include assistance provided directly to individuals, which I'm assuming that is your Head Start, your SNAP, your Section 8. It did not go into detail and say that or not. I've seen other people reporting back saying it does include it. I don't know. Just a forewarning for you guys to be on the lookout. I don't receive anything but weed, so I can't really help you.
Let me read these comments. Thomas, good evening, everyone. I'm happy they're crying on the internet. They're proving why they should not be getting government assistance by the way they present themselves. Thomas, this is the thing, and I think you're just joining the chat. Hit the like button for us, folks. This is what we're saying. It was government assistance was not meant to be a lifestyle. So these people are all over TikTok, especially crying their eyes out. Oh my God, they're taking our Section 8. The government is not supposed to be supporting you. Now, for emergency purposes, if you have a job loss or something like that, okay. But to just make the government, the father of your children, and again, where I have fun, William, people buy phones and cars. Right. And see, William, I told you that's where I have a problem. They're out here getting government assistance and they're abusing it. Janet, how are you? Not and Janet, not even, we already talked about the billions of dollars that the Biden-Harris administration spent on illegals with their food stamps, with their checks, taxpayers' money, basically. Janet, you know they are the ones that are still here, dear. Yeah. Lord Jammer, these people are ridiculous. How dare the government not want to give out free stuff anymore? Lord Jammer, that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't depend on people. Things change. See what she's saying.
Playing with y'all with all the so y'all know how I'm playing with y'all with all the immigrants and the ICE coming at my landlord and shit. So how about this? I get a letter in the mail and it's talking about if you're receiving SNAP, EBT, whatever, I don't know where is it at in y'all country or what, where y'all stay, whatever, you have to work 30 hours or go to school part-time to receive EBT, food stamps. And I'm like, what the hell? And it says, I wish to continue receiving benefit until the hearing. So I have to explain to them why I don't work 30 hours and why I don't want to go to the job training. Because I'm like, this is new rules. Like, what the hell?
No more food stamps. They're taking away food stamps. No more EBT. I'm sorry. They talking about no more Section 8, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all get ready. Y'all get ready. It's getting real out here. And this definitely for my cousin, because she loved it. And now if you on food stamps, you on Section 8, I understand. Some people need it. Some people need it. Do what you gotta do. Take care of your family. Hey, I'm not knocking. I'm speaking for my cousin. I hope she see this video. She lazy hell. All she want to do is sit around and do nothing all day and just collect the check. And
that's what we're talking about, folks. We're not talking about disabled people. We're not talking about elderly people. We're talking about people don't want to care. All right, let me see where we are here. All right, here's another bleeding heart. They're taking my food stamps. Here's another crier. Let me let you hear what she's saying.
Take away my food stamps. I get like $1,300 a month, and now I'm not gonna fucking have it anymore. What the hell am I gonna do? I can't even monetize off of my videos. I don't even have enough followers to get onto the TikTok shop to be able to sell my products. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know, just breathe. It's gonna be okay. They're gonna figure this out. I need to be able to know that I'm gonna be able to feed my fucking addiction. Guys, how am I gonna be able to feed my addiction? Oh God.
Now she's getting $1,300 a month in food stamps. Come on now. Look at all those tattoos. She doesn't need any government assistance. Tattoos are expensive. Here we go. Here's another one.
He changing the game. So now if you work and you get to get food stamps. In the day, well, not even back in the day, as of late, if you not working, you get food stamps. But see, once I start working, y'all take them from me. See, once I start working, you take them from me, and then nobody can ever get ahead. See, that was the problem. But now Trump is about to change that thing. He's saying, now, if you working, I think it's a certain amount of hours you got to work. Now I'm going to give you food stamps. Well, that's the best way for a person to get ahead. You know how many people working want to get food stamps? You know how many working families, husband and wife, making a decent income, wish they can get food stamps just to get a little leg up in life? Because that's all that it is. It's assistance to get you to where you don't need the government anymore. And guess what? They don't like that. They want you to always need government to take care of you. And Trump is coming in there to change that thing. He coming in there to say, hey, look, we don't need to take care of you.
we can help you so you can then enable yourself to take care of yourself. That's exactly what we need. Baby, Trump is
facts.
I'm pissed. So literally just talked to somebody at DHS or state of Michigan or whatever for food stamps, and now I don't apply, or not apply, but
Qualify.
I applied and I'm not accepted. Like I make too much money. Me, my husband, and my son together make too much money. So listen, I have had food stamps literally the past year and a half. Like since I've had my son, since I was pregnant, we've been on food stamps, right? And the limit last year, I can't remember what it was, but I did go on maternity leave for about 3 months. But I've had the same job. Like I've made the same amount. My husband makes a little bit more, but now the limit is $2,500 a month for 3 people. And I think it used to be something else. I don't know, but combined, we make more than that. And we don't qualify anymore. So now, literally, we just like can't get as much food. Like it's just so stupid. Like, but there's people not even working, homeless, who can get food stamps. But people who are working, trying to better themselves and trying to make more money and save, and who need help, like can't get food stamps anymore. Like it's just frustrating. Like it's frustrating. Like you can't ever get ahead because now I can't save money. Like we can't save money because now all the money that we save, we have to spend it on food. It's like, what? Because all of our bills combined is what we make a month. Like that's why we applied for food stamps. You know, like we have a lot of bills. Like it's just like everything is expensive. I am hoping that now, since Trump is in office, like it'll change, but it hasn't yet. And I thought I saw something on here about working people being able to have food stamps. Well, that's not the case where I'm at right here, and I'm mad. So yeah,
she needs to get sound like she needs to adult, and she may need to get her a second job, because now that they cut her food stamps, she's talking about her bills are taking all of her money. So yeah, yeah. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm working 2 full-time jobs because I want stuff and I want to live well. There's a lot of work out there, so don't tell me there are no options. Tijuana Border Jumper, thank you so much. I'm sending some hearts in the comment section just for you. Tijuana, even before you joined the chat, I said that. A lot of these people are on here saying there are no jobs. There are plenty of jobs. They just think they're too good for them. All money is green, so I don't know what their problem is. All right, here we go. Let's see if we have enough. So this is what they're doing all over social media. They're nuts. And I'm just like, you know, what is wrong with you?
8 fucking days, y'all. And I'm tired, honey. How many days has it been? 8 days. 8 fucking days, y'all. And I'm tired, honey. I'm tired. I was gonna get on here and just go on a rant, but I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. Now they attacking the food stamps, the government assistance, and all that good stuff. We on day 8, y'all. We on day 8. What's next? It seems like every time I literally roll over, I don't even get the crust out of my eyes yet. I barely be awake, honey. And I literally tap the first app. The first app. It might be IG. It might be over here. And the first thing I see is something else about what Trump is fucking up. Something else he changing. Something else he pausing. Something else he doing away with. And you know what I don't see? What I barely see these days? His supporters rallying and windmilling in the comments. Where y'all at? I ain't heard a peep from you motherfuckers. Hello?
Sounds like someone's salty because now they actually have to adult and they have to actually start taking care of themselves. And I don't know if she has children or not, but yeah, they're salty. So it's called adulting. It's called taking care of your responsibilities and not putting it off on someone else. All right. And we've seen this guy. All right. Let me see if I can find. I mean, and that's what it is. Trump took away my food stamp. What do you mean took away your food stamps? The people who are out here actually contributing, there are food stamps. See what she's saying.
What, chicken salad? Chicken salad? I'm not a part of the budget for a chicken salad? Why is your production saying that?
Under the last administration, more than 10 million people were added to the food stamp rolls. Under my administration, 7 million Americans have come off food stamps and 10 million people have been lifted off of welfare. Under the last administration, more than 10 million.
And that's what it's all about, folks. We've talked about it here on this channel. They want to keep you on the Democratic plantation where you'll never have much of anything. And so that is not even biblical. It's in the Bible. If you don't work, you don't eat. Now, again, please, folks who watch this video when we end the live, don't say things in the comment section like we, are unsympathetic and we don't have any empathy. Thank you, Lisa, for stopping in off to work. Okay, dear, we'll see you next live stream. Right, Jesse, exactly. All we're saying is the American taxpayers, we are sick and tired. And if the system was more equitable, I guess I wouldn't be so salty. If you would take care of people who've done nothing but contribute to the system their entire working lives, but you give everything to the people who have never contributed. They encourage immoral, illicit behavior. So again, I hope I wish Trump would just end it and start it from the ground up. And make it so if you have a child, okay, and you're getting assistance, first of all, if you are getting assistance, you don't need to have any more children because you can't take care of the one child that you have. So there needs to be some new rules and stipulations. Okay, we're helping you with this child. Don't have any more. And see, that's what angers me. You're already struggling, and then you continue to have children. Make it make sense. Maybe I'm slow and I just don't understand how things work. So there needs to be rules and guidelines. We're helping you, okay, with this child. Don't have any more. You can't support the one you have. I have a serious problem with that. I have empathy and I have sympathy, but I cannot tolerate ignorance. Music therapy. There, maybe thank Trump later. Don't ever get dependent on government. Right. Assistance. Right. Don't depend on anyone. That's not why we were created. We were not created to depend on the government. Mike, how are you doing, love? Yes, Mike. Mike says, I forgive those who choose not to work because they're milking the system while I'm putting in the work. Yes, Mike. And we're just saying the whole system needs to be gutted. And I think I have one more article to share with you. Lisa said she's going to work. Lisa, we'll catch you next live stream. We do appreciate you stopping in. We really do. Now everyone, those of you who've been here for a while, I love Thomas Sowell. He's written over 40 books. Now, I've done a couple of videos. Thank you, Chris. And those of you who've been here for a while, you already know. I have a couple of his books. He's written over 40. And he tells you the true problems. And he's done research in other countries where welfare, England and other countries where they give welfare, and they have the same problems that we have. The people are laying around and making excuses. And so Thomas Sowell, if you don't know who he is, there he is. he knows the whole Black Lives Matter and all of that crap was a farce. Among the many painful ironies in the current racial turmoil is that communities scattered across the country were disrupted by riots and looting because of the demonstrative lie. We all remember what happened when Michael Brown was shot in the back by a white policeman in Missouri. But there was not nearly as much turmoil created by the demonstrable fact that a fleeing Black man was shot dead by a white policeman in South Carolina. Let me continue. Totally ignored was the fact that a Black policeman in Alabama fatally shot an unarmed white teenager and was cleared of any charges at about the same time that a white policeman was cleared of charges in the fatal shooting of Michael Brown. And so the race hustlers, they don't talk about this. This I told you, the two sets of rules. In a world where the truth means so little and headstrong preconceptions seem to be all that matter, what hope is there for rational words or rational behavior, much less mutual understanding across racial lines? And we talked about this. The race hustlers have to continue to fan the flames. We know what's going on here. When the recorded fatal shooting of a fleeing man in South Carolina brought instant condemnation by whites and Blacks alike, and by the most conservative as well as the most liberal commentators, that moment of mutual understanding was very fleeting as a threat to a vision of the us against them that was more popular. That vision is nowhere more clearly expressed than in attempts to automatically depict whatever social problems exist in ghetto communities as being caused by the sins or negligence of whites, whether racism in general or a legacy of slavery in particular. Like most emotionally powerful visions, it is seldom, if ever, subjected to the test of evidence. The legacy of slavery argument is not just an excuse for inexcusable behavior in the ghettos. Excuse me. In a larger sense, it is an evasion of responsibility for the disastrous consequences of the prevailing social vision of our times and the political policies based on that vision over the past half century. Anyone who is serious about evidence need only compare Black communities as they evolved in the first 100 years after slavery with Black communities as they evolved in the first 50 years after the explosive growth of the welfare state. Beginning in the 1960s, we know, right? With President Lyndon Baines Johnson and his Great Society. You would be hard-pressed to find as many ghetto riots prior to the 1960s as we have seen just in the past year. We know there was the Michael Brown and, Black Lives Matter. And we know what happened with George Floyd. We are told that such riots are a result of Black poverty and white racism. And we talked about that on this channel. Everything is white racism and white supremacy is the culprit. That's what we're told, which is a lie. And then I won't read the rest of it. I just wanted to, I'm not going to read all of it. I think I added this article. It's in the description box. But the welfare state has led to remarkably similar trends among the, and look at this, folks. So anywhere you have this welfare model, read this. The welfare state has led to remarkably similar trends among the white underclass in England over the same period. So it doesn't matter the nationality or the race of the people. You use this welfare model, you get the same results. So, yeah. So I wanted to share that with you. And like I said, I won't read all of that, but I did want to share that with you. And then I have one more to share with you, and then we'll get out of here. So if you have time, if you like to read, it will be well worth your time to read Thomas Sowell. What an icon he is. And this last thing I'm sharing with you, I remember. So again, for people, these are so horrible. With the welfare needs to be overhauled. They do that race stuff so they can have control of you and your emotion. Yeah, it's an industry. That's how they get paid, Chris. All right. And I had to Google this, but I remember this happening here in North Carolina. There was a beloved, fairly popular soul food restaurant, and the owners were busted for using food stamps to buy food. So these are the ladies named Rebecca Ingram and Mary Ingram. Oh, they were the owner of Becky's and Mary's restaurant. And I remember that, like I said, I had to Google it. And that restaurant is still open. But I remember when they were busted in a sting. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, from January 2015 through October 2016, the Ingrams cashed more than 180 SNAP electronic benefit transfer cards, using them to stock up on food and supplies for their restaurant, Becky's and Mary's. When federal agents raided the restaurant, they found, listen to this, they found 21 EBT cards and exactly 0 of them belonged to either Ingram. To pull off the scam, the women paid the actual EBT recipients a reduced amount in cash in exchange for the use of their cards. And this is what I was saying. A lot of people just want cash. And that's probably not going, okay. And I won't read all of that. I shared that as well. So this is what is going on. So people are not making this up. If you Google welfare fraud, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I know I haven't, I've missed some of your comments. Music therapy, denial letter is a built-in mechanism against fraud. The real cases, yeah. Chicago Hood, how you doing, love? Hi, fam. I missed it. Working, that's okay. They had a huge protest still going in California. They shut down. What? Aren't the migrants? I think the migrants are protesting. Correct, Chicago Hood. They're protesting what's going on with ICE, if I'm not mistaken. And Prosperity, she was in the live stream, and I told her we're going to have to get together so that we can bring her back on the show so we can find out what's going on there in Chicago. All right. Okay. And we're just about done. I just wanted to share a little bit of information with you. And I am glad that Trump is shutting it down. And for the people who are angry and complaining how horrible Trump is for what he's doing, the only thing that I can say to you, I won't say anything. I'll just show you this meme right here. I'm Viola Davis. So, Chicago, yes, Smoke and Scan Channel has it. Okay, thank you. Chicago, you can drop that link, dear. All right. So I hope that this has been informative, and I just wanted to share what was going on social media, because there's so many things being said. A lot of it is not true. Hit the like button, please, folks. Oh, we're almost to 100. And I just wanted to make sure. Now, this was primarily about food stamps, but I guess we need to do a video on Section 8 housing as well. But folks, the people that genuinely need help, and like I said, I hope like the old people, the disabled people, I'm sure they'll be fine. But these people who've just been laying around, while we're out going to work every morning, no, it's time for them to get up and go to work. Truth bomb. Yes, Jeffrey, you too. Yeah, we're gonna go. Thank you, Mayor. I just wanted to share this with you because there's so much that's being said that's not true. And I'm like, I've got to cover this. Love to you as well, Chicago Hood. We're always glad when you drop in, dear. Thank you so much. So we're going to go. I'll be live again. When? Let me see. How you doing, Anthony? No, Anthony, not go Eagles. You're supposed to say go Cowboys. Anthony, I'm sorry, but I can't pull for the Eagles. I'm a Cowboy. Woo! But I still love you, Anthony. But the party's almost over. And I am so thankful. What's that song? that they were singing to the super mayor. This is the song Trump needs to be singing to all these people that have laid around and done nothing. Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye. Time to figure it out, folks. The government is not here to take care of you. Stop sitting around making excuses and get up off your butt and go to work. I don't give a care that you don't want to work at McDonald's. A job is a job is a job. Make better life choices. It's not, the government is not the father of your children. They are protesting, flying the flags from their countries that they don't want to go back to, also burning our American flag. Yes, Florida, that's okay. Tom Homan's going to get those people out of here. Don't worry. Yes. Okay, Jesse, I can deal with the Broncos. Orange Crush. William said, sell your vehicle on payday. William, sell their vehicles. Hey, stop spending $300 and $400 on your hair. The nails, all of these things are expensive. The phone, they have $1,000 phones. Their children have phones, but you're on welfare and food stamps. Yes, I have a serious problem with that. Aurelius, yes, please do one on Section 8 because I know a lot of Dominicans on it and they own mansions on. Oh, okay. Okay, Aurelius, I need to get together on that and get some more info. In the UK, McDonald's is an okay job, but not easy to get. Okay, Coffee Man. Thank you, love. Patty, how you doing, love? Hit the like button for me. So we're those of you just coming. Thomas Marlowe, thank you for the super chat, love. I'm flooding the comment section. These hearts are for you, dear. Everyone have a good evening. Have faith. We as a nation will be fine. Yes, Thomas. Much needed change is coming. Much needed change. And I'm never going to give up. I like the changes. And just you remember, don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop. It'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone. Yesterday's gone. How you doing, Foxy? Foxy Mama, how are you? Foxy, we're pretty much done, love, but I want you to go back and do the replay because I put up some websites and I shared some videos. I get food stamps on a fixed income. It hurts me too. Not everyone can work. No, Roxy, we're talking about the people who never tried to get a job. And I think, Roxy, the people who can't work, people who are on disability, they're fine. Trump said able-bodied people. So older people, disabled people, they'll be fine. Okay, thank you so much, Florida. Jeffrey, Fleetwood Mac added it. Yes, you know I love Fleetwood Mac, Jeffrey. Yeah, and you'll see if you, oh yeah, Foxy, he needs to revamp it. If you go back and watch what we've done already, there's so much waste, fraud, and abuse. It's unreal. Steve, how are you? Thank you so much, Steve. I didn't know you were here, dear. Hit the like button, Steve. Yeah. And like I said, I don't mind people that need assistance. I love you too, Isaiah. Thank you for coming. That's fine. We're talking about the Roxy. Once you go and look, we're talking about the crooks, the scammers. They've got to go. There are billions of dollars every year that are lost to the scammers. That's what they're doing. Imuna, everyone have a great, yeah. Yes, music therapy, I am. Because the people who legitimately need help, they're denied or they're given $5, $10. That is nothing. In my eyes, I say contribute to the people who have at least, yes, it's a scam, William. Yes. It's another scam that the American taxpayers are footing the bill for. Join late. I have to work, so my text is. Oh, right, Steve. Join the crowd, Steve. I owe, so it's off to work. I go. Yes. Yes, I am passionate about it. If I had my way, the people who couldn't work and the disabled people, the elderly people, they would get what they needed to make it. These young people who are out here, and again, look at your life choices. If you're struggling, you have one child and the government has to help you, God knows you don't need to have any more children. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, people. William, exactly. Yes. Section 8. And then people feel, like if you don't want Section 8 housing, especially if you're a homeowner. Some of you are homeowners. I'm a homeowner too. No, I don't want to be near Section 8 housing. No, I don't. Right, Foxy. Thank you, Foxy. And the people who make these decisions, they don't live near people who are in Section 8 housing. First of all, when I leave that school, when I come home, it's peaceful, it's quiet. I don't want to live near Section 8 people because people who are renting, they don't take care of the properties. I've seen enough properties that have been destroyed that the community goes downhill. I want to be, and I am, in a community where people own their homes. When you have ownership, you take care of your property. When you are renting, you don't give a flip. You don't. No, they don't, William. Music therapy. Newsom is turning Palisades into low-income Section 8. Whoa. Oh, really? Okay. Well, if I were a property owner, I would be selling. And like I said, it's just, financially speaking, if you're a homeowner, you want to be living around other homeowners, not rental properties. Section 8, which is fine. Section 8 is fine if people need that. But at this point in my life, no. William, they don't. I've seen it. William, I've had rental properties that I've rented. I rented to people. I rented Section 8 one time. I said, never again. I learned. Now I only rent to old people. Anita, yeah, Anita, yes. When I assist people, when I tell people, I have a coworker who's going to rent something out, and I tell them, this is what I did before when I had a rental property. Section 8, oh my God. You have a young lady who comes to you to rent your property, your home. She'll have a few kids, and she'll say, yeah, they have jobs. Oh, it's just me and my kids. And then as soon as she signs the lease and you leave the property, boom, here comes the boyfriend in the back door. Get out of here. No. Nope. Not doing it again. I did that. That was several years ago, but you learn. Music therapy it is. Foxy, I live in 2 high-rise complexes. I'm in the front of the building, but the back building has more on Section 8. It's bad, loud music, fighting. Foxy gets it. Yes, Foxy. Foxy, I don't know. I think you are a Generation Xer like I am. And when I leave that school, Foxy, where I've been dealing with teenagers all day long, I don't want to come home and listen to noise. I like it. I want peace. I want quiet. Hit the like button, folks. Right, Traveling Mom? Traveling Mom gets it. You're right. Pinky, where have you been, love? So that's just, it is what it is. And, Foxy, your Generation A. I thought so. So you understand what I'm saying, ma'am. It's not class warfare, but when you get to a certain age, hey, you want peace, you want quiet. I know what comes with Section 8 housing. I've seen it. Florida and Coffin Man, off top, you think more people working up to the left is doing to you? Yeah, I think so. Florida, I do. Can I get one more like before we go? That'll be 100 likes, people. I hope that you have enjoyed this conversation. And I know I did get a little loud, but I get a little passionate. Because of, again, folks, I'm a taxpayer just like you. And it angers me that people are able to so easily game the system. William said a lot of Dodge Chargers at Section 8. Right, William? And then the women, when they go, a lot of them, when they go to get food stamps and welfare, oh, I don't know where the father is. And he's right there. You know, just so they can get the food stamps. So to make it's not right. I know some people in Section 8 housing, and I finally just walked away from seeing those people. Jeffrey, I may see you, but I don't want to live. I don't. Thank you so much, Foxy. I don't want to live again. Well, even when I was younger, I'm not living in Section 8 housing. No. Even when I was younger, I don't like loud ghetto music and people drinking, carousing. No, thank you. And that's not just one race of people. That's just I've seen, all races living in Section 8. So people, please don't jump in my comment section saying that I am talking about one race of people, because I am not. Rodney, how you do? Rodney, hold on. Rodney says not all Section 8 people. Rodney, not all, but I have seen some. That's why Rodney, I don't know if you heard the part that I said. I'm not saying that's all, but I've seen some. And I was telling you about a personal experience that I had. Jeffrey, I'm too old for it too. I like nice, peaceful, quiet. I don't want nobody playing loud music, drinking, carousing. No, I don't like a lot of noise anyway. When I leave that school, my home is my haven. I feed the cat, water the cat, change the litter box. I'm done. Thank you, Traveling Mom. Truth Bomb. Traveling Mom said not all people in Section 8, but enough. Thank you, Traveling Mom. Traveling Mom knows what I'm talking about. She knows exactly what I'm talking about. Same lot, same place, same time. Right, William? What? Music therapy, what's legal? I missed something. Okay, I must have missed a comment. So I hope this was informative. And again, for people who click on the video later on in the evening or tomorrow, the day after, please don't put derogatory statements, in the comment section. Oh, Roxy, that is wonderful. Roxy has kitty cats too. Oh, Roxy. There you go, Roxy. Affordable housing for people making $80,000 to $100,000 a year. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you, Pinky, for that info. All right, so I tell you what, music therapy, if he's turning the Palisades into Section 8, a lot of those homeowners, they are out of there. They are gone. No one wants to live near that. You want to, as homeowners, you want to live near other homeowners. They are vested. You are vested. When I get home from work, I go and sit on the deck summer, just listen to the, right, Laurie, exactly. And Laurie, I buy deer corn. I feed the deer. Well, the raccoons and the possums, they come to eat too, but I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear anyone's music. I don't want to hear anyone's children. No. Laurie, I have 3 kitty cats at home. Oh, Laurie, that's precious. I have to send you some kitty cats in the comment section. I didn't know you had 3 kitties at home. There you go. All right. And I go there, different cat colonies, Roxy and Laurie, that I ride around with cat food in the truck, and I go to the different colonies, and when they need food, I feed them too. So I take care of God's creatures. William, mowing your yard with a tractor is heavy. William, I know how to drive a tractor. We have a John Deere tractor at the school, and when I drive it, the kids look at me like, "Oh my God!" I know how to drive a tractor, William. Music therapy. I'm a cat lady. Oh, you are too. Music therapy. All right, I gotta send you some cat emojis too. Meow. There we are. Lakita, how you doing, love? I blocked the city of Akron building in my neighborhood several years ago. It took city council meetings and citizen signatures to block. Lanita gets it. Yes, Lanita. Lanita gets it. Take that housing somewhere else. No. Snuggles and baby girl and nibbles. Laurie. Precious. Oh my God. Yeah, music therapy. I've been doing that all my life, love. I just ride around with cat food in the truck. I do. Sometimes I have water as well, so I can fill up their water bowls for the cat colonies that I help care for. There was a trailer park not too far from the school that the city shut down, and there are a lot of cats that were left. So I'll go by, other people go by, and then there's another one near a school. Good, Roxy, that you saved their lives. God bless you, dear. William, my cat's name is Stinker. Had him since the day he was born. Oh, all of you with cats need to email me and send me some cat photos. All right, we're going to go. I've enjoyed this. And I'm dropping my email. It's LSIBERT@ymail.com. All right, Pinky, you've missed a few videos, girl, so go back and check them out. I was live yesterday too, dear. Foxy said, "Will do." Yeah, Foxy. Yeah, that's LSIBERT@ymail.com, dear. All right, we're going to go. Yeah, music therapy. I feed the ferals at the school, everything. I find homes for people. Keep dumping cats at the school, so I'm always there. Oh, okay. Thank you, love. I'm always there trapping the ferals at the school. And then animal control comes to pick them up. And then some of them, the kittens, you can get them before they get wild. I find homes for them too. So I'm there teaching and rehoming cats. That's what I do. Okay, we're going to go. You know where I'm going. I'm going to the comment section. I'll talk to you as long as you are there. I've enjoyed all of you. Laurie. Yeah, Laurie, I just shared it, love. LSIBERT@ymail.com. Did you see it? It's a Yahoo email. That's what the Y stands for. Did you see it, Laurie? I just dropped it, dear. Scroll up a bit. Okay. You have it. Okay. All right. I'm going to the comment section to talk to you. I'll be live again. I don't know when. We'll have to see what happens in Dalton. We'll have to see what happens in Thornton. Yeah, Pinky, I want you to see the videos of the whiners crying about their food stamps being taken. Great show as always. Thank you, Monique. We're glad you're back, love. I enjoyed all of you, and thank you again for spending your very valuable time at the Rollyn's Reviews YouTube channel. And I'll be live, I don't know, Tuesday, Wednesday, next week. Just depends on what happens in Dalton and Thornton. All right, I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section.